Hello!
Hi.
FTM runners. I was going to say Transtastic, but that's not for here. Today, this is running room, by the way. It's just in French because also it smells a little because woo, I walk, I run. I don't know what I did in that.
Some good stuff.
We're talking about binding and breathing today.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, breathing. Ah, yes. We're going to start with binding because it's such a popular topic because not everyone is post-op. And it's important. So you actually ran with a binder, so I'll let you do this, then I'll talk about breathing.
So this fantastic thing, this is my old binder. Yeah, no kidding. Hey, tri-top, you know the deal. So this, I am sad to say, well, not sad to say, but I ran in my binder, which is not advisable at all. I really suffered when I did it. Unfortunately, I tried my sports bra and that was also very dysphoric for me, and so I actually opted to run with my binder. But as a result, I do competitive running, and my performance suffered greatly because I didn't, because when you're so tight against your chest, as you know, even in regular, even if you're just walking, you can't breathe, right?
Yeah, you learn how to breathe less.
Yeah,
When, you use like lung capacity, you use it less. You lose lung capacity,
right,
when you bind, because where's the air gonna go? You can't.
Right.
Like you can't expand.
And so oxygen wasn't getting to my muscles, which it needed to fuel my performance. And so as a result, just to give you a sense of how much it impacted me, I ran maybe 4 or 5, about a half a year in this binder. And I was a top runner within my running club. It's the Vancouver Front Runners. So I would finish, and then everybody else would come in, and whatever. But when I was running with my binder, I was maybe 20th out of a club of about 50.
Jesus.
I know.
I didn't know it was that much.
It was really
like
bad.
maybe
Everyone
8th.
was asking, like, what the hell's going on? And I'm like, dudes, binding.
Ooh.
Because I run with a lot of cis guys, and they just weren't couldn't comprehend. I mean, they knew I was transitioning and undergoing my gender journey and everything, but
Gender journey. That's so cute.
that's
Wait,
how
you're
I
trans.
Surprise. And that also happened in races too. So it was training, races, and I felt completely depleted after running. I would have to take a nap. So I just was suffering the whole time, and oftentimes I would go home and cry because it was just it was so demoralizing.
I feel like super dysphoria inducing.
Yeah.
I don't run competitively. I did it when I binded, but I did go to the gym and try to run on the treadmill.
Yeah.
What I would do is I would wear, I don't know if you've noticed, if you guys have had underworks before, the white and the black, in my opinion, are different.
Yeah.
The black one is more elasticy. So it stretches more than the white one. So I would wear the white one as an everyday binder, and it was very small. I used to wear, I think, the medium. That's a small, right?
That's a small.
Okay, so the medium. I wear the medium. But then for the gym, I would wear a black one because it's stretchier, but I would wear one. My ex-roommate at the time had top surgery, and he gave me his old binders, so they were already stretched out even more. So it did look like I had something going on here. But in order to be able to breathe a little more than I used to, I wore a stretched out binder. So if you have old binders, keep them and use them for the gym or running just to see. Honestly, I don't recommend it all running with a binder, but we get it. I get it.
I mean, yeah, do it safely, because I did get close to passing out a few times. That's not advisable, right? So there's a cost. That's why I say this, is to discourage you from doing it, because it's. I mean, I understand because of dysphoria, because who wants the uniboob thing going on from the sports bra? Hello. But if you can, try to avoid it. Try other methods, and you've got actually an alternative.
On our FTM Runners group on Facebook, which you should join. Product placement. Somebody had posted a link to a sports bra. I know. But it's a sports binding bra, and there's more reviews of trans guys using it than cis women, or trans women, but I think it's supposed to be for, it's a bit confusing, it's and chest binder works, it flattens your chest, but it's I'm gonna show you what it kind of looks like. I don't know if you could see that. How would I put the link, because that's a bit blurry. I'll put the link, so that you can take a look at it, but it's only, I think if you buy 1 or 2, it's $34, so it's the price of a binder. But yeah, the reviews are mostly from trans guys, and the people who commented on the thread seem to like it. So it's like a binder, but I guess it's a better alternative because you're getting that tightness here to support, so it's not just like super
need
binded
this.
here. It's like holding it down. Like you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, a little bit. So I think that might be a better option. Sports bras are like triggering for a lot of people, but I do know people who wear sports bras. Oh man.
That's tough.
I can't. I would
really
still
tough.
run with a binder.
I know.
But then thinking about running with a binder now, like he put on this binder like the other day when we were talking about this topic, and we could barely get it on him.
My chest is so much bigger now. There's no way I could.
Like muscles.
Thanks.
Yeah, for real.
You were gonna mention something about breathing while running.
Yeah. So I work at the running room, and during one of the clinics, one of the instructors was talking about breathing, and I'm pretty sure I remember this right, so I'm going to tell you. But don't take my advice if it's like some medical stuff. Don't sue me, right? One of those things. Disclaimer.
He's got it.
Yeah.
I
So
understand this
when you
thing.
breathe, just help me with the words here, because oxygen. Yeah. So when you breathe in, your lungs fill up with oxygen. True? Is it oxygen?
That's correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you breathe out, it empties it. Now, when you run, you have to make sure that you empty all of it, because when you start panting, it means that the oxygen in your lungs is left over from the last breaths.
Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide. There you go. It's like still in there.
Yeah.
So when you're like, it's because you have like of
You haven't pushed out all
yeah,
the
you
air.
only have like a couple like space of air left for
More breathing.
There you go.
A deeper breath.
So it's hard, but when you're starting out to run, make sure you focus on your breathing. So you don't have to go until like it's the end. Like it's okay if you still have some in there, but just
As much as possible.
Yeah.
For people who play instruments, you'll know what this is about, right? With trumpet playing, for example, like I had to expel all of my breath, and so if you're used to that, you can apply the same thing to this.
yeah. And I feel like if you train yourself early enough when you start running about the breathing, it's good, especially if you're binding, because you're learning how to breathe differently with a binder and running anyways. You might as well incorporate the as much as you can. Like try to like as much as you can with the binder, which is hard. I know this. I bind it for 4.5 years. I know. Trust.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of didn't really do any sports, to be honest. Like I
There you
tried
go.
to work out, but it was hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good. It's a good strategy. Now, breathing from your nose or your mouth. I don't know. What do you think?
It depends. Like if you're racing, if you're doing just a training run, a normal training run where it's casual,
like 5K.
you can start to practice with your nose and mouth combination, right? Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth.
Oh God, I never do that.
It's a good.
Oh no, I do that.
Rhythmic pattern, but
Yeah.
like when you're racing, seriously, you're gonna be panting. You're like,
Like me, a little bit though. During some just because it was really hot. Like I wasn't tired of running. I was tired because the sun was exhausting. You don't even know how much sunscreen I put on for that race. Literally like 110 SPF all over me.
He was sweating white.
Racist. That's great. No. But yeah, so the breathing thing, I usually I use a combination of both, to be honest, or all three.
Yeah.
Like in my nose only, in my mouth, and then in my nose, out my mouth. I don't know if that's
but
like.
basically only in with your nose, no out with your nose. That's.
Oh yeah, no, I don't. Okay, yeah, you're right. I don't do.
So, there's some rules.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah, no out with your nose. Yeah, no, because
you
they're
want
not getting
to-
enough air.
Because, well, you're filtering. Your nose has a filter. Like if you're gonna get technical here, but you have hairs that catch particles, so it helps with cleaning the air, so you get the best type of oxygen in your lungs, that power stuff. But you want as much to expel out the CO2 that we were just talking about.
Yeah.
So that's why out the mouth, right? So why never out the nose.
Okay, no, that's good. Are we good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy breathing.
If you have any questions about binding or breathing, go ahead. If you'd like me to find somebody who runs not competitively but often and binds and has been binding for a while, I definitely I know somebody. Like I can think of like 2 people, especially in the group. I'm sure I could find people who've been running for a while who
more
bind.
strategies.
I could ask them to also make a video and I'll like post it on my channel, which is kind of weird because it's not me in it. I'll just intro it so I'm in it. But yeah, so that's it. If you have any questions, any topics related to running, take a look at our we did a video of like step by step of 5 days of racing. So like what we did before, during the race, and after. Yeah, so that video should be up by the time this video's up. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for watching and happy trails.
Happy trail.
Oh yeah, I put my last name so that when I put them on my wall, Chaseross.
Look at this guy overheat.
Overheat. Look at this guy overheating.
Chase, how do you feel?
Die.
Yeah. Welcome to half marathons.